Hi, how are you? So you may or may not know, I am in the middle of doing a yin course at the moment, and it's going to take me a while to process all the information I'm learning, and you probably will find that there'll be a bit more yin than yang going on for a while. It's something that I feel quite passionate about, and for my body at my age, yin has so much good to do, so I obviously want to share that. I will still do the vinyasa, but yeah, the yin is going to probably take over for a little while. But there's quite a few things that I've already learnt that I want to share with you straight away, because they translate into both types of yoga, and I think it's really important. So this video is just a few top tips of things that I've learnt so far. I mean, I'm only on day 6, so I'm sure there'll be more, but I know that you can put it into your daily vinyasa practice. So I really wanted to share, because it will make your practice easier, better. It'll just serve you in a better way. So the first thing that I want to say is whenever I guide you through any sort of practice, I do try to make sure that I give you as many options and variations that I can, but you know your body the best, and so you know what feels right. But what I would encourage you to do, even if you've been doing yoga for ages and you think that you have got it off pat, the next time you get on your mat, do it as if it's the first time, and have a look at where your hands and your feet are placed and play. So, you know, you'll probably start off in the position that you always start off in, because that's what your body's used to, but then think to yourself, hang on a minute, if I move my hands here, 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 like this, the same with my feet, what difference does it make? And I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Just move myself here. So first of all, I'm going to give the example in Down Dog. So we always cue pretty much from tabletop. Tabletop, we always cue the hands underneath the shoulders. We lift the knees and push the hips back and up, and you can keep your knees bent if you want to. So your hands pretty much are reasonably close together, pointing forwards. This might be really uncomfortable for you. You might actually want to put your hands like this, maybe like this, maybe one of each, depending on how your bone structure is. You might find it's better to have a wide hand, or you might want to bring them in closer or a little bit further away. So you can see just from that, there's many options. Some of them will feel really uncomfortable. You might find one that feels really nice. Another example is your feet. So I shall turn around so you can see what my feet are doing. So again, coming into Down Dog. So this is my normal Down Dog. Feet not right up here, but they're not on the floor either. But actually, my legs naturally want to turn this way. And if I do that, straight away my heels come down. Now the pose isn't about getting your heels down, but actually that's a much more comfortable pose for me. And if I'm tired and I want to open my legs a little bit wider, that's even better. Of course, we have the option of bending the knees, but actually this feels great. If I turn them inwards, horrible. Close together, not that comfy. Taking them wide, also it's fine. But this is lush. So have a little play around with your hand and feet placement every time you do something. Now the next thing that I want to explain is using a wall. Sorry, I was just trying to formulate my thought. Using a wall to find your pose. So for example, if you're coming into pigeon, now if you have bad knees or hurting knees, or just whatever, this day that you do it doesn't feel very nice, might be painful here, might also be painful on this one. Well, this pose is to stretch your glutes. So we can actually translate that into a figure 4. So your figure 4 could be, actually could just be like this. You can, I haven't got a wall in my shot, but imagine the bed is a wall, feet up the wall, bringing the foot down to here, here, here. That's still your figure 4, you get the same movement. You could just be on your back. This, again, it can be up, middle, it can be right down here. You can lift that foot off the floor. All of those movements will give you the same stretch, work the same muscles as if you're doing pigeon. The other one that's really interesting is cobra and sphinx. So sphinx is up on our elbows, cobra is lifting the chest. A lot of people find this really uncomfortable on their lower back. What you can do, also just before we move from sphinx, you don't have to have your head up, you can have your head hanging right forward. You might find that that takes pressure off the bottom of your back. But also for cobra, like this, you can just lift this much. That is still giving you exactly the same stretch as if you were up here. This obviously can cause you lumbar uncomfortable. This, maybe not so much. Again, also opening the legs, closing the legs will have an impact on the sensation that you feel in your lower lumbar. And the last thing that I just want to run through with you is sensation. So when we say, oh God, that really hurts, I don't like it. Obviously, if it's pinching, stabbing, burning, it's a pain, don't do it. But if it's not any of those words, it may not actually be a pain. So then we can use the word sensation. If it's a sensation, stay with it and try and understand what the sensation is. Is it that your muscles are being stretched? Have your muscles engaged? Does it just feel a bit tingly or fuzzy where you're using it and it's not used to being used? If it's any of those things, then that's good. And that's what you're trying to do with vinyasa or yin yoga. You're using the muscles. So stay with it. See if you can do it. Maybe moving the placement of your feet in your hands will help you with the sensation. But I would come back again, if it is stabbing, burning, shooting, pinching, that's pain, don't do it. And as I said at the beginning, you know your body best, so you will understand what the sensation is that you're feeling. But I 100% encourage you to go, the next time you're on your mat and having your practice, move your body around a bit, see how you feel, see if it makes a difference. Thank you for listening, and I will see you again soon.